this point, I have most of the things out of the motor. I already took one rod out. Here's the number 4 rod. See if you can tell me if that's straight or not. Certainly not. Any hoozle. So when you take the rods out of your motor, because I'm reusing the bearings, and especially if you were gonna reuse the rods and pistons, which I can't because both are damaged, but if you were, it's critical that you keep them in order. But it's critical because the way your bearings seat and the way your pistons seat in each cylinder is individual and unique to that cylinder. So if you go swapping things, you're gonna have wear issues or potential binding. Alright, so we took the crank out. I don't really know why I wasn't going to, because I needed to replace this rear main bearing anyways. Bearing, etc, etc. We're going to leave those in because those are easy enough to clean since they're just hunks of metal. But now we're ready to hunt it. Whee! Okay, it's that time. I finally got the motor apart. Here we have everything you need to hone a cylinder block. Right here is a flexi hone. Look at that. It's got lots of little balls attached to something flexible so that you can shove it in the cylinder, and they have abrasive material on them, which means when you go in and do such a motion, what they're going to do is lightly score, in a positive way, the walls of the cylinder such that it holds oil nicely again and hopefully removes some of the abrasions we've encountered from rods getting bent. Okay, to do so, you use this tool on a drill and try to hit approximately 600 to 1000 RPM. So we're going to go wide tapped in first gear here on the drill, and then you got to use some of their oil. You could probably use any oil, but you know, I went for the gimmick here and got the actual stuff. Yes, you get it all lubed up. You get this lubed up. Then we're gonna get the cylinder walls kind of greasy too, and then you give it approximately 25 seconds of this, and then, well, I'll probably do like, I don't know. Whatever, we're gonna see. The first cylinder, I'm gonna try a couple different things, wipe it off, and check my work, because what we're gonna try to do is hit that nice 45-degree crosshatch angle. Just like dump it down the cylinder wall. It seems wasteful.
Do they give you an applicator?
No. They're all greasy and good and greasy like your mom last night. Whoop! Alright, take the camera away from you. Alright, so you have to go in at speed, which is exciting. Alright, now we're going to wipe it off to see how that cross-hatching came out. I'm willing to wager it's not steep enough. I bet you we did about that. We want kind of like that. I'd say we're at about 20 or 25. So I need to move it in and out faster. That's nice. Nice.
Looks better.
It does look closer to what you want. I'd say it's not 45 degrees.
Fifth gear. 6th gear, you mean? That's definitely a 45.
Yeah, I think we did that time.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah, you need to go fast. The fastest.
Fist.
Alright, cylinder number 1, last cylinder here. It's looking pretty sweet, so one more.
Tell us, what are you mixing there, Chef?
So we have a toilet brush, soap, and hot water. So today in Olly's kitchen, we are going to clean some cylinder walls using soapy water. So what we just did, create a lot of grit, grime, and whatever, and it's just sunk into the grooves we just made for oil to sit in. So we take this bad layer, you do one of these, like a bunch. And then I'm gonna go in the bottom of the block and do that a bunch. And then we're gonna keep doing it until I can wipe the cylinder walls with a paper towel and it comes out very clean. Alright, so put the crank back in, putting these on loosely. I just really don't want any of these components to collect any amount of dust whatsoever. Or even touch them. I don't know. None of it. So putting them back in, not torquing them to spec or anything, probably just gonna make them snug and then leave it there. Because that's a nice stopping point. Everything's covered and oiled and what have you.